Blessings, everyone. I hope you are all doing very well out there. In this video, we're going to be talking all about what is going on as a process when you are engaging your psychic abilities, your spiritual abilities, your magical practice, or experiencing a paranormal phenomena. What is taking place? And we're also going to be doing a little bit of a crash course into the different layers of our energy fields, our auric bodies, because that will help us to not only understand in greater detail what is going on with us on the physical and on the non-physical, but it will also help us understand how all of this is bridged, you know, where the overlaps occur. I want to give a special thank you to Curtis, my friend and soul brother. We had a very cool chat the other day. It wasn't even about this. It's just that usually when I'm done talking to Curtis, an idea pops into my head. I want to talk about that next. So thank you, Curtis, and you all owe Curtis a big thank you. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Nico, and I'm a professional psychic, tarot reader, astrologer, and medium. I have been in business here on YouTube since 2013. My business channel is Son of Celine. That's where I do all of my astrology and tarot work. I'm also the creator of the Practical Tarot Tutor channel, and I have been at my spiritual practice, my magical practice, since the late 90s, and I'm a born psychic. So this is my life. This is my essence. To start, I do want to mention that we're not going to necessarily be going hard into all kinds of different psychic abilities in this video. That video may come. We're going to be talking about what is taking place regardless of what psychic ability you are using, whether you are, you know, working with clairaudience, right, spiritual hearing or psychic hearing, or you are working with telepathy or remote viewing, or you are looking into the future. It does not matter. This is what is being engaged no matter what you are engaging. And that also includes mediumship and communication with spirits. One of the important things that we have to remember when we go through this is that while we may use terms like the world of the physical, or the world of form, or the world of appearances, and I like the world of appearances more and more, we are talking about essentially the densest stage of energy in its development. When we talk about development, everything in our universe is just energy. It's all comprised of energy. Matter, what we call matter, is just really dense energy. It's all condensed and it's held in what we think is a solid form. It's actually quite porous. When we expand out from there, we see all kinds of different layers of reality, different harmonics that comprise different densities, which we interpret as different realms of spirit. And our aura is engaging with each and every one of these layers. And the more we are developed and in our mastery of our spiritual, our magical, our psychic practice, or the more we are available and open and clear in our own energy fields, the more we engage with each of these layers of density in this reality. When you are engaging a psychic ability or a spiritual skill or in a magical practice, you are engaging with an energy field of your own aura. You are activating a part of your own body, right? Your non-physical spiritual body to engage with that layer. And you are working with energies and information on that level, on that layer, on that harmonic. Now, you might be doing a reading, doing divination, right? You're getting a flash, a premonition, or maybe you are getting a psychic insight. And then you are taking that into your form as you experience these denser layers of reality with that new information or that new energy. Or you are maneuvering that energy to maneuver the lower layers of energy as we get closer to density and into form, and creating a change of some kind, right? And then you are working with magic. You are working with alchemy at that point in time. Magic and alchemy are actually the same thing, by the way, guys. And there's a gradient to this, right? The densest, or the final product, I guess you could say, is the world of form, the world of appearances, the physical. It's not a separate world from spirit, but people say physical world and spirit world. And what we're really talking about when we say that is just, again, different harmonics, different layers of the same world, the same universe. And then it goes out, less dense, less dense, less dense, less dense, less dense, less dense. And the less dense, the more dynamic, the more energized, the higher the vibration. And that is where all of this work then kind of, intermingles with these different layers of our aura. It passes down through these different layers of energy through us and through our world. The world has a physical body. The world has an etheric body. The world has an emotional body. The world has a mental body. The world has an astral body and an etheric template and a celestial body and a causal body, just like we do. So let's break down a little bit of these layers and how they translate to different layers of reality and how that translates to different types of psychic phenomena, spiritual phenomena, and magical phenomena, and how you're engaging with this all the time. So the bottom of our energy fields, or the densest, would be our physical body, right? All of the energy condensed so much to operate a physical form. Fingers, wear clothes, all of that kind of stuff. And of course, how we interact with the physical world. The next layer up is non-physical. In fact, all the rest of them are non-physical. And we have the etheric body. This is basic energy that flows through everything. It animates the physical world. This is the energy that is the closest to your physical body on the non-physical. This is also the energy that most people work with when they are, say, making energy balls, or they are doing maybe energy healing, they're maneuvering their chi, they're working with their meridians, acupuncture, acupressure, anything where you are engaging chi that is about governing what shows up as a result in the physical. That is what we're talking about here. The etheric body is also the last stage of all other processes before it moves through your form. Or if we talk about the etheric body of the planet, it is the last stage where the energy or the information of what's occurred on all of those higher levels is imprinted before it manifests a change. And so the etheric body is kind of like the energy layer that catches everything just before it manifests a change or an outcome on the physical. Above that, we have the emotional body, right? So this is where our emotional fields and all of our emotions start to affect outcomes, affect how certain energy might be colored, how certain information may be given out. And with the emotions, right, the emotional body, this is also where people who are empathic or are empaths are doing a lot of their work when they are reading into a situation. When you are receiving empathic information from other people or from animals or from plants, you're connecting to them and what they are putting out there on the emotional body level of the personal and universal energy field. Just above that, we have the mental body, realm of thought. It's in the realm of not only the mental processes, the imagination, dreams, and anything to do with maybe telepathy or remote viewing, right? It's a realm of linear yet non-linear psychic skills, stuff that was maybe imprinted. Again, kind of like emotions can get imprinted, thoughts can get imprinted. This is also where, in the realm of the mental, where a lot of intuitive work also comes in. Those mark the 4 base levels of our energy fields. When we go above that, now we are stepping into the higher realm connection experiences. Now, it's not to say there is a separation between these two things, right? It's a gradient. So kind of like the way our thoughts, our mind, our mental body affect our emotions, which affects our energies when it comes to our chi, our etheric body, our vibes, essentially, and which then, of course, affect the physical world and our physical selves. So too do the 4 higher layers of the aura then trickle on down through the mental, emotional, etheric, and physical body. So above the mental body, we have the astral body. So this is the non-physical you before you integrate with your higher self. OBEs, right? Astral projection, bilocation, and also engagements with other spirits and other souls that are not coming into the engagement at the higher self level. Above that, you've got the etheric template. This is the realm of the higher self. This is the space where you start to see more in the discussion of prophecy, divination, seership, channeling, all of that kind of stuff comes through, right? The etheric template in your higher self, that is where you are getting access to a great deal of energy and information that is coming straight from the top, through the Godhead, through the Oversoul, and to the higher self, right? That is all a firm link. Above the etheric template, we have the celestial body, which again, this is the realm of the Godhead and the Oversoul. And this is the space where people have access to huge records, right? All kinds of different cosmic experiences outside of time and space. This is also the realm of the core of the Oversoul collective experience, right? We all have an Oversoul collective that we are connected to. And then we also have the I Am presence. And this is the spot where, you know, it's the first separation off from source, from deity. You've already unified with your higher self, your Godhead, your entire Oversoul collective, and then you have the I Am presence level, which is like the first offshoot from deity, from eternity. And all of this trickles through the entirety of your energy fields. And so when you're engaging all kinds of different things, then, and different grades of, you know, is this higher vibrational, or is this higher vibrational, or is this just high vibrational, but there's an even higher layer of that, that all engages with different levels of your energy fields, your body, right? You are already in your causal body, connected to the I Am presence. You are already in your celestial body, connected to the Oversoul and the Godhead. You are already in your etheric template, which is your higher self. This is you already connected to your astral body. So all of these expressions of self are where you go into more cosmic and magical experiences and expressions, and even go into the deeper secrets of the universe and how it works. And when you are at those levels and those layers, you know, that energy, that experience, that information still comes through the entirety of your body. It's kind of like the way your body takes in oxygen, and then your circulatory system spreads that oxygen throughout your body as well. And when you are engaging, again, different psychic abilities, magical abilities, you are then able to keep your availability and unity with the rest of your multidimensional expanse open to have more and more experiences. If people are having trouble, or there is some kind of maybe adverse interference going on, or they're feeling a block of some kind, it typically has to do with a challenge that is occurring on the astral body or lower. You don't really see any problems on the higher self or above, right? The etheric template, the celestial body, the causal body, lower vibrational energies, spiritual malignity, and things like that don't really work up there. I'll put it that way. At that point, there's just no pull. You know, that all exists on the astral and below. So you might find that, okay, if there's a challenge going on the astral level, right, this could have to do with an attachment, a thought form, spiritual interference coming from another person, or maybe some kind of malaise that is coming over the environment, which is really taking over the ability to connect. And so we need to clear, we need to cleanse, we need to clean in order to open up our faculties a bit and, you know, renew a clearer connection. If there's a lot of dense energy interference, density being, you know, maybe something going on the emotional body level or the mental body level, then you might be dealing with a situation where the energy fields of the space or maybe the situation that you're in are thrown completely out of whack because the emotional situation is out of control, it's too strong, and it's jamming the frequency, right? Or the mental situation is chaotic, it's too distracting, there's too many considerations for other things, there's no focus, too many preoccupations with memories or what you got to do with the rest of the day, or there is just a jumble going on up here, and then all of a sudden there's just no way to parse out what you're trying to focus on, and if you can't do that, then you can't connect. Problems on the etheric level. All right, so the etheric body just kind of collects everything, right, in a sort of trickle-down kind of way, but it's not linear. And so anything that has gone on that has been unaddressed on the astral, mental, emotional body just kind of collects on the etheric body. And if the etheric body is out of whack, eventually the physical presence is going to be out of whack, whether the physical presence is, you know, a house, or the physical presence is a relationship, or the physical presence is something going on with a tool that you have, or whatever. There is a need to pay attention to what is going on and how all of these layers are interacting to keep them clean and clear so you can allow this process to do what it's meant to do for you. It's important to remember that even though we're talking about in terms of higher or lower, again, remember there is an overlap going on. You know, your nervous system, your circulatory system, your respiratory system are all occupying the same body. They're all moving through the same structure. This is what you got to remember when you are looking at spiritual phenomena, psychic phenomena, and multispectral, multidimensional activity in whatever form. Okay, because that way you don't get trapped in the idea of, okay, well, that means it's just beyond this portal, and we'll talk about portals in another video, or it's up and out there and far away, and all of that. You know, it gets into very linear thinking that just really blocks the opportunity to bypass all of the distractions and all of the interference and all of the confusion that don't allow for this cohesion to happen with the energy fields that are your own body anyway. So I think I'm going to leave it at that for now, you guys. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And if you have any questions or if there's anything you'd like me to expand upon in the future, please leave a comment in the down bar below. And I will see you all again soon.